Good morning, children. Today we will study about the application of Cauchy's law. I have already taught you Cauchy's law, that is related to the limiting molar conductance. So you have seen about the Cauchy's law. Now we will apply this Cauchy's law first for the determination of molar conductance at infinite dilution for the weak electrolyte. So to determine the limiting molar conductance of weak electrolyte by using limiting molar conductance of a strong electrolyte, that I have already taught you, and then you have solved some example also based on this topic. So now we'll see the next application, and then this application is for the calculation of degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte, because it is not possible to determine the value of limiting molar conductance at infinite dilution for weak electrolytes by the graph. However, this can be determined by using the Cauchy's law that you have calculated for the acetic acid in the example. So now we find out the degree of dissociation. So for the calculation of degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte, the molar conductance of an electrolyte depends upon its degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation is defined as the number of molecules dissociated divided by the total number of molecules present in the solution. So it is defined as degree of dissociation, that is the ratio of number of dissociated molecules divided by the total number of molecules, which is called as degree of dissociation. So the molar conductance depends upon degree of dissociation, because as there is increase in the number of ions, there is increase in the molar conductance of the solution. So higher the degree of dissociation, more is the molar conductance, because there is increase in the number of ions, because ions are the particles which are carrying the current, and that's why there is increase in the molar conductance. With increase in dilution, the molar conductance increases at infinite dilution, the electrolyte is completely dissociated. For weak electrolyte, the electrolytes are completely dissociated at infinite dilution, because if you increase the dilution, there is no increase in the degree of dissociation, that you have seen in the graph also. So as the degree of dissociation approaches to unity, there is a maximum number of ions present in the solution, and which is defined as the molar conductance at infinite dilution, and that is also related to the Cauchy's law. So higher the degree of dissociation, more is the molar conductance. With the increase in dilution, the molar conductance increases, and at infinite dilution, the electrolyte is completely dissociated, because degree of dissociation approaches unity. So this is for the increase in degree of dissociation. Now that's why we can represent it, the lambda MC. This is molar conductance of solution at any given concentration C. So at any concentration, the molar conductance of the solution is represented as lambda MC, because M for the molar conductance and then C for the concentration of the solution. And then we can represent either lambda infinity or lambda M naught, which is called as molar conductance at infinite dilution, or we can also say at zero concentration, because on dilution there is no increase in the molar conductance of the solution. So then we can write the formula for degree of dissociation. The degree of dissociation, which is represented by alpha, we represent degree of dissociation by alpha. Now this alpha is equal to molar conductance at a given concentration divided by molar conductance at infinite dilution. So then we can write the formula. This is also equal to lambda mc, that is molar concentration, molar conductance at the concentration C, and divided by lambda infinity m, that is molar conductance at infinite dilution. Then we can also write lambda mc divided by lambda naught m, and this is also the representation of molar conductance at infinite dilution. So this is the representation of degree of dissociation. I am repeating, degree of dissociation is represented by alpha. Now this alpha is equal to molar conductance at given concentration divided by molar conductance at infinite dilution. Then we can write lambda mc upon lambda infinity, which is also equal to lambda c upon lambda naught, lambda m naught. So that is molar conductance at infinite dilution. Thus, the degree of dissociation alpha at concentration C can be calculated by measuring molar conductance at that dilution. At a particular concentration, we can calculate the lambda m, that is molar conductance of the solution, and that is represented by lambda c. So at concentration C, alpha can be calculated by measuring molar conductance at the dilution and the molar conductance at infinite dilution. However, this relationship is found to hold good for weak electrolyte, because in case of only weak electrolytes, the increase in molar conductance with dilution is almost entirely due to the increase in degree of dissociation. For a strong electrolyte, we cannot write there is increase in the degree of dissociation, because for the strong electrolyte, degree of dissociation is unity, that is value is equal to 1, because they are 100% ionized in the solution, or you can say they are completely ionized, and that's why this ratio is always 1. So this is only for the weak electrolyte. And then we will see some example based on this relationship. This one more relationship that you have studied in the 11th class in Ostwald dilution law, that is for the degree of dissociation and then the dissociation constant for the acid. If the dissociation constant for the acid is represented by Ka, then we can write this Ka is equal to C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. So we can also relate the degree of dissociation of acid with the dissociation constant of the acid.